All right. If you hear some noise, it's just my dog in the background. Me and him are gonna go to the park in a little bit. Therefore, I'm not gonna be on long. I just wanted to talk about a few things, and I'm gonna be on a little later on tonight. But what we're going to be talking about real quick is this unit that I've been working on that I got playing around with it. And I found several different things to fix the main issue that people have with it. If you look at it on Amazon, this is actually the Z9157. Everybody always complains about it being zoomed in so much because the default lens inside of it is zoomed in so much that it's only suitable for long distance. So what I did for it is I came up with a fix, and what we use is this right here, which is the fisheye lens. And the reason why I could do that is because this is already meant to accept a variety of lens attachments. This one has the IR filter. And so, since that was the case, this shape is very similar to that, which just came off of a top. So I was able to do it. This here is a wide angle lens. It doesn't give you as wide of a field of view as a fisheye lens. And I did some other playing around with the lens. I'm gonna try some more to see if I can get some clear. But so far, the fisheye lens seems to be a pretty viable fix. And I'm just going to show what it would look like here. I'm cut my lights off. God, there we go. So I'm killing that light. And then I'm going to kill this other light. Well, at first I better cut it on, right? And then I cut the IR function on, which is what, 1, and then 2. So that should be IR. You can also kill the lights with this particular unit by holding that. All right, so now let's get rid of that. Now you can see the IR light is clearly visible to the camera. All right, here, let's see. Can I do it where you can see it? Let me see what I'm looking at so I can focus on something. There we go. I'm gonna let the camera sit here and hover a minute. You know what? I might be better off looking at my target. There we go. That's a better target. That's what I need to do. I just need to set it to the eye. There we go. Crap. No, let me see. Can I get it right? Because it's like I'm at an angle. I just need to focus it in on it right. I hope you can see that. The reason why I'm not just recording it, because I can record with this, but I'm trying to show you what it looks like if you look through it. I don't know how much of this you can see. I can see a little bit, right? What is that? And bear in mind, I'm also trying to look at this in the dark. And it doesn't help that it's round. Wait. There we go. I gotta angle it. All right. Let me see what else can I see here with it. Then let's see, can I get it right here? All right, so let me cut this light back on. So I'm probably gonna have to do some. Let's see here, hang on. Alrighty. That really fixed the problem with it being zoomed in so much. And this is what it looks like. This is the loom. I mean, not the loom. This is the lens, and you can see it's dirty because this thing is hard to keep clean, but it's a fisheye lens. And let's see, can I get the cap on it? I think that's the right cap. Yes. So it mints, it's not mint, it's made to come off like this, and you can put your cap back on it. And of course, this is the wide angle lens. The wide angle lens does not have as wide a field of view as the fisheye lens does. Let's see, what does a wide angle lens look like here? Hold on, I'm gonna have to focus it. I'll put it down for a sec. And then I'm gonna put it on IR mode. Okay, so this is, oh, you know what? I forget. I better kill the light. That way you can see. So like Galaxy the cat. How you doing? See here, that's the only. Let me see, can I find something I can focus in on? There we go. So you can see that's what it looks like through the wide angle lens. So I'll cut it back off. Alrighty, now another thing is here, if you wanted to disassemble this lens here, you see right here, there's these little, they're like these little cuts out or indents inside the lens. This ring, it just comes out. like most of this stuff that kind of have these type of optic mounts, the way you remove this is similar to this ring here. You see these little holes? You just stick a little tool like this inside of these little holes, and that's the way you can actually remove this lens. You can actually remove these lenses, and if you know anything about optics, you can actually replace these lenses. I, however, that's not my forte. I don't know anything about lenses, so that is the reason why I've left the lens in here. I don't know which lens to swap it out with. But if you know, you can be a free, you can actually change the lens out. That's the way it's designed. It's just like this flashlight. If you stick a tool like this inside those little holes, you can actually spin and take this ring off, because that's all that's on here. It's just a little threaded ring. You can see that's how most of these night vision stuff come off of. If you ever have, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This obviously is not a real cap, but you see it mimics the real one. See this ring here? That ring is supposed to be able to slide out, and then you take the lens out. So if you knew how to put a lens that would reduce your magnification, you could do that. However, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do it. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about before I get out of here? Thing that I'm noticing now with it is, even though that I have it where I reduce the magnification, this fisheye lens that I have is still kind of hazy because it's a cheap one that I bought. And also, too, it gets dirty real easy. That's why I have a cap on here. And I didn't paint this one so you could still see what it's made out of. But it's an easy fix. So if you buy one of these, you look on Amazon, that's the main complaint. You can reduce the magnification where that is normal. You can actually wear them and walk around with them. And I don't know how much you can see with the naked eye, but when you look through it, because of this fisheye lens is a little grainy, it does give it appearance of like you looking through a night vision tube. It doesn't look like it's digital. It actually looks like analog. So that's a little different. I didn't expect that, but whenever you use these fisheye lenses, that's kind of what it gives you. So that's an added benefit. Let's see what else did I want to talk about this particular thing. So there's only a few other modifications that I want to do to it. I want to replace the objective lens on here, which this serves as a sacrificial lens and objective lens all in the same time, and I don't want that. What I want to do is I want to put one of those iris kits from like a PVS 14 to go on this ring, and then I can use one of those UV filters, because I'm thinking that I'm still getting a little too much reflection back on it, and that's what I want to cut off. If I can get a better filtered lens on here, I can eliminate a lot of that lens flare that you get from reflections. So it's just easy just to do that. And with the iris kit, you can dial back the amount of light you want to even increase. I don't know if increase is the right word. You can make a better image. And then if I do that, it should give it a lot better image. That's what I'm working on now anyway. But if you wanted to get one of these and play around with it, you could, and just build this work. like I said, if you put this in here, it works just fine. You just plop it in there because that's the way it was designed. It's hard to do with one hand because I'm holding the camera. And it didn't cost me like a lot of money for it. But yeah, if you're kind of financially challenged and you want to have night vision, then this would be a good unit. If you want one with two eyes where you can kind of have something that doesn't mess with your depth perception as much as a PVS 14. These still will mess a little bit with your depth perception, obviously because you got, you know, two eyes looking through a single eye hole, but not as bad as it could be. I don't know if you hear that noise. It's just my dog scratching. I may buy another unit so I can play around with it and see if I can find a better lens, but I'm hesitant to disassemble this lens without knowing which one I need, and this is my only unit. So I might buy a second one so I can play around with it, so if I break it, it won't be that big of a deal. But if you're looking for one of these and you did a Google search on how to decrease your magnification and you came to my video, I hope this helps you out. And if you're thinking about purchasing this either on AliExpress or Amazon, but you see the comments on it's zoomed in so much, this is how you actually correct that issue. And that way you won't have to worry about it being zoomed in so much. And for this setup I may have what, $200-300 in it. So price of an NVG30, I have, like I said, I have the Z9157, and then I have the helmet with the what is it? Off-brand Wilcox. That's metal, so that's pretty good. So therefore, that should help you if you this video helps you. Consider subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm almost, I say, more than about 3/4 of the way there because I'm about 350. So that's what I'm working on now, trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you want to keep in touch with me and see the progress of this low-cost night vision, then subscribe to my channel. Because really, that's the only limitation with this, other than some other things, you know. If you're dealing with digital night vision, you know that it's going to have the IR light that's going to be clearly visible to anybody with night vision. You just, you know, bear in mind. So that just can't be helped. But most people anyway that have some sort of night vision, they still going to have some supplementary source of illumination, because even if you got a analog, it's still not going to function properly in complete darkness. So it's still going to be situations where you're going to still need some type of IR illuminator. So I'm just throwing that out there. So even though this one has that, it's not the end of the world. But I'll be on later on today or tonight one, and I'll go over this some more. We'll talk about some other stuff. With that being said, though, I'll see you and hope your day is good.